29 states and the District of Columbia sued Live Nation Entertainment and its wholly owned subsidiary Ticketmaster for violating the Sherman Antitrust Act.
The complaint alleges Live Nation engaged in anti-competitive practices, bullying artists and venues while forcing fans to pay higher prices.
We are not here today because Live Nation Ticketmaster's conduct is inconvenient or frustrating. We are here because, as we allege, that conduct is anti-competitive and illegal.
The Biden administration signaled an offensive against high ticket fees almost 2 years ago.
Fees that were never disclosed, and there was no way to avoid the fee, like processing fees for concert tickets.
However, things didn't ignite until the concert behemoth was overwhelmed by fans trying to buy tickets for Taylor Swift's Eras tour. Now on its international leg, Swifties have discovered that depending on the circumstances, it could be more economical to fly to another country than to attend the event back home. Now there's another legal thorn in Live Nation's side. In a New York court on the same day as the DOJ announcement, Abraham Leifer filed a class action lawsuit against Live Nation. The case seeks $5 billion in damages for potentially millions of concert goers around the U.S. I'm Kevin Elkins.
Correspondent Margie Zaraletta reports there's been a switch up to the weekend box office after the Memorial Day totals came in.
I want them back. Furiosa is claiming victory over Garfield. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, earned $32 million domestically over the 4-day weekend, according to studio estimates. The Garfield movie earned $31.1 million. Both had claimed to be the #1 film for the weekend. It was one of the worst Memorial Day weekends in decades for movie ticket sales. Box office sales were down 22% from last year. I'm Margie Zaraletta.
America in the Morning for Tuesday, May 28, 2024 is produced by Alex Hinton, senior producer Kevin Delaney. I'm Clayton Neville in for John Trout, and this is Westwood One.
Did you know that Alabama law requires all pets to be promptly vaccinated against rabies? This is State Public Health Veterinarian D. Jones. Rabies vaccination not only protects dogs and cats from the deadly virus, but also reduces the risk to the owners who can unknowingly be exposed by their unvaccinated pets. Help us protect you, your family, and your pet by getting vaccinated today.
This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
Russell Wilson here. We play 60, United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day. To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you guys going to do that every time? Brought to you by United Way.
Yes, of course!
News Radio 1440 is everywhere you are. On the radio, online at newsradio1440.com, and on our app. You can also listen on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440. WLWI-AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with a crucial day at former President Donald Trump's hush money trial. Closing arguments are scheduled to begin shortly. Correspondent Matt Piper is at the courthouse in New York City.
The trial has lasted 6 weeks with more than 20 witnesses. Former President Donald Trump allegedly signed off on a scheme to illegally falsify records with the goal of covering up a hush money payment made by his ex-lawyer Michael Cohen to adult film star Stormy Daniels. Trump's defense is expected to say the prosecution failed to prove its case. After the jury hears the two sides' closing arguments, the judge will give them instructions and deliberations will begin. That could happen as soon as this afternoon.
Political pressure is mounting on Israel after a missile strike that ignited a deadly fire at a tent camp in the southern Gaza city of Rafah. CBS's MTS Tayab.
Prime Minister Netanyahu has called the killings of at least 45 Palestinians, mainly women and children, the result of a tragic malfunction. The UN says Gaza has become, quote, hell on earth.
A move by 3 European states today puts more pressure on Israel for a ceasefire. Correspondent Vicky Barker is at the foreign desk.
Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez insisting the decision by Spain, Norway, and Ireland to recognize an independent Palestinian state is not an attack on Israel or a defense of Hamas.
This decision reflects our absolute rejection of Hamas, a terrorist organization who is against the two-state solution.
Israel's foreign minister, though, accused Spain of complicity in, quote, inciting genocide against Jews and war crimes.
Severe weather moved east late yesterday, bringing flights to a standstill at airports in Atlanta and the New York area. Highways around Baltimore were flooded by heavy rain. Cheryl Hastings is beginning to clean up after the mobile park she owns in Claremore, Oklahoma, was damaged by an EF3 tornado.
The ice storm, when it hit, it was pretty bad, but nothing like this. This is horrible. This is devastating.
Weather over the holiday weekend blamed for at least 23 deaths. A sentencing do-over today for the man convicted of attacking Nancy Pelosi's husband Paul with a hammer and threatening to kidnap the former House Speaker. Legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
I don't think we should expect that there be a different sentence given. This is a procedural issue. DePape will be given his time to speak, and then I expect that the same sentence will be handed down again.
The original was 30 years. A 2-mile stretch of ocean along Southern California's San Clemente Beach is reopening after it was shut down Sunday night when a shark bumped a surfer from his board. Orange County Register says that surfer was not hurt. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth, and if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Police near LA have arrested a serial shooter, and it's not what you might think.
When you hear the phrase serial shooter, you probably think of guns, but police in Azusa, California say for as long as a decade, the shooter has been using a slingshot to break windows and car windshields while narrowly missing live targets. The suspect is an 81-year-old man they arrested last week after learning that he was sling shooting ball bearings from his backyard. Investigators say the man's only motive was mischief. He's due for his first court appearance today. Peter King, CBS News.
Make way for new human-like technology. OpenAI says it's begun training a new flagship artificial intelligence model to succeed GPT-4, the tech behind its popular online chatbot, ChatGPT. Company says it's hoping to bring the world the next level of capabilities and a new model engine for digital assistants like Siri. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works.
Let me see.
People love having telehealth and huge
Check that right there.
You can save a ton and like it better. Be happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. Very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
You don't have to miss a second of your favorite talk show at home or at work. Listen on your smart speaker, on your Alexa or Google smart home device. News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call with 24/7 live US-based customer service from Discover. Everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Lower humidity today with temperatures still very warm, around 90 degrees. Skies will be mostly sunny, no chance of wet weather. Small chance of a shower on Wednesday. Temperatures still very warm in the upper 80s. We'll have again a small chance of a shower Thursday, upper 80s. Friday should be entirely dry in the upper 80s, and we'll have a chance of some scattered showers and storms then as we head through the weekend.
That's your First Alert Forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery.
Oh,
Right now, things
yeah,
are
did
good.
she then?
Nothing's been reported that would send you on an alternate route. We're finishing up a minor accident, 65 southbound, mile marker 162. They're just south of Hope Hole. Outside of that, we're clear. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. McKinnon Toyota has a great selection of Toyota Tundras, but they won't last long. Financing as low as 2.99%. It's worth a drive. McKinnon Toyota exit 212 on I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. Montgomery police are investigating 3 separate crimes that happened within hours of each other Monday. The first, a shooting on Charles Street. Police responded Monday morning and found a man with a gunshot wound there.
Baby!
Caught out Mildred and O'Leary for stabbing. Police found a man with a life-threatening
Good morning.
wound there. He was taken to the hospital. Also Monday, police were called out to an ice cream shop on Bell Road in Montgomery after an armed robbery there. The owner of Lemore and Leha tells us it's the second time they were robbed at this point. The criminals are targeting Hispanic-owned businesses in Montgomery. As you head out and about today, stay safe. State troopers are reminding people that the time between Memorial Day and Labor Day is considered to be the 100 deadliest days on the road, specifically for young drivers. I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning headlines.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
This weekend, cheer on Olympic hopefuls as they compete for a spot in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games at Montgomery Whitewater. Montgomery Whitewater is partnering with the American Canoe Association and the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee to bring the canoe slalom and kayak cross-Olympic team trials to Montgomery this weekend. Festivities begin this Thursday night with Olympic-themed trivia at Eddie's Restaurant. Live music starts Friday night on the patio at 6 p.m. Team trials races start at 9 a.m. Saturday and Sunday with live music at 5 p.m. Saturday night. For more info, check out MontgomeryWhitewater.com.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris, encouraging you to take the Purple Pledge and support the 47 million people worldwide who are living with Alzheimer's disease and other dementias.
The number of Americans living with Alzheimer's is growing at an alarming rate. 10% of people over the age of 65 have the disease, and 2/3 of them are women. Someone in the United States develops Alzheimer's every minute. As the number of older Americans continues to grow, so will the number of new and existing cases of Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. New research is making it possible to detect Alzheimer's disease and providing an accurate diagnosis earlier than ever before. Learning the signs of Alzheimer's, and if you notice them in a family member, seek medical treatment.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
My job, finances, everything's so crazy. Just want to be in control. I can't.
Sam is Smart About Money, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Get empowered. Reach your financial goals. Visit samican.org.
Stay up to date with the news any time of day, anywhere you are by listening to News Radio 1440 on on your Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
Do, 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 do.
You need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. What is today? Today, I got it down here. It's not June yet, is it? No, it isn't. It is the 28th of May. Okay, I got you. It is May the 28th, 2024. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Impromptu Praise. Our scripture insight today comes from Acts 16 through 26. We'll start off with Acts 16:25, which reads, "At about midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God. Govern yourselves accordingly." And again, good morning. It is May the 28th. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that won't ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and undo all the things that you do today. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, May the 28th, 2024, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've been around a while, you've heard many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, charity, and love of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever you do what you can, while you can, for as long as you can, for whom you can, until you can. Benjamin Elijah Maine said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead. No man yet to be born can do it any better. I say if that is the standard by which you live your life, you'll always be successful. Or you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never quit. You never give up. My mother used to say nothing beats a failure but a try. Martin Luther King said if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. Well, whatever you do, keep moving forward. And you should look at this day more enthusiastically than you've ever seen a day in your life, because this day was not promised. And again, it is a great morning, a great day to be alive. Impromptu praise, that's our daily bread for this day, May the 28th, 2024. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Impromptu Praise, was written by Nancy Gavilanes. During a short-term missions trip to Ethiopia, our team accompanied another team from a local ministry on an outreach to a group of young men who had hit hard times and were living in shacks in a literal junkyard. They were such a delight to meet. We shared testimonies, encouraging words, and prayers together. One of my favorite moments that evening was when a local team member played his guitar and we got to worship with our new friends under the radiant moon. What a sacred moment. Despite their desperate situation, these men had hope and joy that can only be found in Jesus. In Acts 16, we read about another impromptu praise time. This one broke out in a jail in the city of Philippi. Paul and Silas had been arrested, beaten, flogged, and imprisoned while serving Jesus. Instead of giving in to despair, they worshiped God by praying and singing in their jail cell. Suddenly, there was such a violent earthquake that the foundations of the prison were shaken. At once, all the prison doors flew open and everyone's chains came loose. The jailer's first thought was to end his life, but when he realized the prisoners hadn't escaped, he was in awe of God, and salvation came to his family. God delights in hearing us praise Him. Let's worship Him during both the highs and lows of life. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Acts chapter 16, verses 16 through 26. Once when we were going to the place of prayer, we were met by a female slave who had a spirit by which she predicted the future. She earned a great deal of money for her owners by fortune-telling. She followed Paul and the rest of us, shouting, "These men are servants of the Most High God, who are telling you the way to be saved." She kept this up for many days. Finally, Paul became so annoyed that he turned around and said to the spirit, "In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to come out of her." At that moment, the spirit left her. When her owners realized that their hope of making money was gone, they seized Paul and Silas and dragged them into the marketplace to face the authorities. They brought them before the magistrates and said, "These men are Jews and are throwing our city into an uproar by advocating customs unlawful for us Romans to accept or practice." The crowd joined in the attack against Paul and Silas, and the magistrates ordered them to be stripped and beaten with rods. After they had been severely flogged, they were thrown into prison, and the jailer was commanded to guard them carefully. When he received these orders, he put them in the inner cell and fastened their feet in the stocks. About midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them. Suddenly, there was such a violent earthquake that the foundations of the prison were shaken. At once, all the prison doors flew open, and everyone's chains came loose. Let's pray. Dear God, no matter how difficult our situation, please help us to praise you, knowing that you are faithful and will meet our every need. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you for listening today. My name is Brenna Holsclaw, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine, people. Time to get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up now. I'm trying to get the sheriff down here if I can pull him away from one of them FM station over there. And it seems that Reed Ingram and the mayor have a disagreement. And at first I was with the mayor on this one, but as I thought about it, well, I'll tell you about it a little later on. As I thought about it, I think there was no correlation whatsoever. None whatsoever. But I'll tell you about that later on. See if I can get Reed on the phone this morning. I don't know whoever came up with vanilla stuff to put in coffee. That's not a good idea. Although for this morning, it'll have to do. It's better than black coffee, I'll tell you that much, though. Good morning, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine this morning. Now, time to go to work. I know school's out, so some of you guys don't have to get up so early, but, you know, it's still time to go to work or do something. I ain't never going to retire. Ain't. I got that right. Ain't. Yeah, never going to just go home and watch TV, wait for the Grim Reaper to come. If you catch me, you're going to catch me moving. I need a new hobby. Yeah, I need a new hobby because, you know, computers are okay, but I got a feeling that once AI gets fully implemented, that computers going to be able to fix themselves. So I'd be out of a job anyway. I'm just thinking, you know, I got to come up with a new hobby. So what do old people do? You know, I need something to do. I got to come up with a new hobby. I thought about becoming a singer. You know, I'll start a group called the Old Timers. You know, wait, no. Okay, I need a group called Old School, right? And we just sing a lot of the old songs. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what I do. I need about like 3 more guys. You know, at least 65, 66. You know, because then they could understand the old songs. You know, like Barry Manilow's song, the old song. Yeah. Okay, that's it. My new hobby is we will come up with a group called Old School. And then what we'll do is we'll sing downtown, you know, like they used to do. We'd sing downtown, put a can out there, and let people put money in the thing as we go along. I'm just saying, make a little change there, help with some of these high costs of everything. So if you want to join Old School and you can sing, let me know. Okay, just send me a text. You know, what's my text number? Man, I almost forgot. 901-5022. Okay. Don't be texting me at that other number anymore. Okay. So that's going to be my new hobby coming up soon. When they throw me off the radio, there's going to be a bunch of us, like probably on canes, singing downtown like the old. But we got to dress well. Now we can't be coming down there looking raggedy. We got to show the young folks how to dress up. Okay. Maybe I'll get somebody to volunteer us some tuxedos or something like that. I'm just saying that's going to be. And we only do it in the wintertime because you know in the summertime it's too hot for a tuxedo. Unless I get a shirt that looks like a tuxedo, and then I can do with that. Okay, I'm just saying. So that's my new hobby. Gonna give up computers after this year, and we're gonna go out. That's right, Old School. Yeah, Old School. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The new group, the Old Schools. Okay. I'm brilliant sometimes. Also, I left a message for the share. and for Reed Ingram. So I'm trying to get him over here to talk about some of this, how they think. Cause evidently, Reed Ingram and the mayor are at odds about about the new gun law causing the proliferation of crime. Now, initially, emotionally, I think that's the first thing I came up with. I said, yeah, that's law. But as I thought about it, and you got to think about it. As I thought about it, I'm not so sure that's the problem. These idiots were idiots to begin with. They were crooks to begin with. If they wanted a gun, they could have got a gun anyway. I mean, they sell them all over town. So I think that's an easy escape for us who don't want to think. So I don't know. I don't think it has much to do with yeah, I don't think it had much to do with the guns. I'm gonna agree with Reed Ingram on this one. And again, I like the mayor too, but I think that's too easy of a scapegoat. What our biggest thing is that we are really letting the children run things. We let our own kids run rampant, and then now they're grown. Now they're young adults now, and they're really crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna put this one on the gun law. At first, no, I did. I said, well, because I was talking about for a boycott, special session, and all that stuff. But what the governor said was, and this is all they said. What they said was, you don't have to have a permit to carry concealed. Personally, I think that should have, if you think about it, that should have made us a little bit safer place. You would think, because I would think that people would act differently in the surroundings that they were in, because they didn't know who had and who didn't. And so so technically, it should help us. But we got folks out there now to go to gas station holding the guns up all in the air. Now I don't know, but so the open carry law has always been on the books around here. It's always been on the books. Okay, always. So I guess constitutionally, that's the way they roll. Anyway, 7:28 in the morning. Take one call before I take the first break. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, I hear you, brother. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. I'm doing fine. That's my name. Okay. All right, Mr. Ed. Well, I'm going to get this guy here before I take the break. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes. Good morning. Mm. Hmm. It's okay. We good. Yeah, it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. I don't think obviously, we don't have the answer to this problem, but like the whole weekend, this is doing Memorial Day things. And do we have anything to do with Memorial Day? Was anything? But anyway,
Smart About College. When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org. It's a place to start when you want to get smart.
Yes, it's just a couple of tips from Amazon. Your items come to your door. It's just a smart speaker. Your favorite show. News Radio 1440.
And before we get back to any calls or anything, let me tell you about putting on technologies right this morning. Your home is your investment. Take your driveway, for instance. It's the invitation to your home. Let Clean Earth Technologies help protect your investment if you sell your home. Your driveway speaks to how well you have maintained it. Clean Earth can help you with all of your concrete needs, your driveway, swimming pools, your entire outdoor living space, fire pits, fireplaces, camp or cabin patio, retainer walls, and drainage systems. Everything to complete your outdoor living area. So call Tom Latham and his team today at 334-284-9292. That's 284-9292. They've been together for a very, very long time. The goal is to be the best, not just temporarily, but be the best you ever can work with. Check them out on Facebook and 250 are current and past projects. Call Penny Earn Technologies today. That's 334-284-9292. That's 334-284-9292. Penny Earn Technologies. Okay? And catch them on the web on Facebook also. It's 7:40 in the morning. If you got to go by 8 o'clock, that's good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. You hear me? Oh, my God. Mm. Yeah, I understand. Mhm. Except now we do have we do have the Posse Comitatus Act. You just can't let the military loose on the streets. Okay, I'm just saying. Mhm. But what would you but here's the question and again listen, I'm just as concerned you are. My child can be walking down the street anyone and they can be killed. What can government do? It's like a Dorito says, listen, I can stop crime right now, but it would mean eliminating your constitutional rights to movement, to own guns, to all of these things. I mean, what would you do? Well, until they step on you, though. We did. You know that is dangerous. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah, yeah. I understand. I feel, and I have right. Appreciate. I mean, I got the same frustration everybody else does. Who next? And I got a bunch of texts here on my phone right now. People texting me 901-5022. Uh, but I don't know who to blame this on. Do we blame some of this on parents? Sure, sure. A lot of this has got something to do with parents. Absolutely. Um, Here's one thing we don't want to do. We don't want to voluntarily surrender our freedom in a nation that is predicated on freedom. Um, do we need to be tougher on the criminals? Absolutely. The guy who got out of jail last week, $90,000 bond with $9,000 he walked the street. Do we need to do something about that? Yes. I mean, you involved in killing somebody, you get out $9,000 jail. That's crazy. They went to jail for longer than that for marijuana. Is our government you saw I know I left, right? Okay, that's not good enough. That's right. I left. Come on to that. Yeah, it's tough. I just got the high sheriff from here now. We haven't talked to him for a couple of seconds. We were at the FMC. He thought he'd give me some, thought he'd give me some respect. When he come on down here for um, the question on everybody's mind this morning. Every other, just like every morning. You were in the when you were in the people last week. When the gun thing first happened, you told them, you wasn't for it. But in actuality, all the governors lost you, then you don't have to get a permit for concealed weapon. Other than that, nothing's changed. You can still walk around with a gun in the open all you wanted to. Well, if you get away with it. And then law pretty much was if you get caught out there with a weapon, right, and you don't have a permit, you went to jail. So therefore, but that's for concealed weapons, right? So all we did, you can conceal it without. Now, but what we did, we said you can walk around with a weapon that's unconcealed, always been that way.
Yeah. But now, the way the law is written, I can't stop you because you got a good view. That's what the law says. And I can't.
You could ever stop them with an open carry?
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. Because then I can stop you with open carry, and I can still question you about the gun. Now, with the law being changed, I can't even question you about the gun. Why can't you? Because that's what the law says. Did you read it? You need to look at the law. If I pull over a car and there's a weapon in the car,
right,
the law says you cannot touch that weapon during our encounter while I'm talking to you. I can't, you can't touch it. It can be there. And you question me about the weapon because I didn't stop you about a weapon. I stopped you for something else. And that's what the law says.
The law went to that extent.
Why do you think people are so upset about this? People need to be educated about that. The open carry part is open up the courts and bring it to these businesses. Businesses have to have signs up. You don't go to a school, you got to have signs up, security, metal detectors, and all that. You know, later, you got a permit. Right now, you can take a weapon onto a school. That's what the law says. You know, so we took away a lot of the things that this law wasn't intended to do, and now this law is showing bad difference. Because we took the age down to 18. You know,
we took it down?
Yeah, you had to be 21 to say
So you been a police force at 18 years old?
You can carry a weapon. We still require you to be a law enforcement.
So I got to be okay, wait. So law enforcement says you got to be 21. Everybody else can be 18.
I didn't make the law. I'm just telling you. I didn't make the law. But these are the things that we follow. These are the things that we follow too. And that's why when you start talking about, if you got an 18-year-old here in the game, it's still a house, right? So therefore, a 16 and 17-year-old, oh, he got good. And that's the kind of mindset. We got now look at it.
But there was a time. Coming to school with your wife in the back of the truck. I thought it was a big deal. So there's got to be something in time and space that happened that has made people think that it's okay not only to carry it, but to use it.
We back then in the day, we didn't have all these people that were driving cars that were mad at the whole wild world. You pull out in front of them. Now people, instead of shooting a bird, they put up signs in front of them.
The word probable cause still holds some weight. If you stop the car, there's a bunch of cars.
What did I stop the car?
So if you saw a big bag of cocaine on there, you could.
I'm talking about guns. When the gun legislation is read, the probable cause ain't you can stop that car because of the firearms. Firearms are not illegal now. You can carry firearms. Big bag of cocaine is illegal. Marijuana is illegal right now in the state. So you don't get it confused with all this. You know, firearms now is totally different. You know, we've got to have a reasonable suspicion when you stop that car. And if I know this criminal, if I know all this stuff, that's something totally different. But just by stopping the car, you can move on back seat. And that's not probably no, that's not to do what? Probably do what?
Well, when you need all the guns.
Okay, I can't question you about the gun. Because I stopped you for speeding. I stopped you for doing.
You don't know you stopped me for speeding.
What? That's what the law. I'm telling you what the law says. He knows that I stopped him for a reason. Right. And when you go up there for the traffic law, you gotta let people know. And that's where you get into police officers and law enforcement crossing that threshold. You know, he didn't know you stopped him for this. Well, we won't go with the law says. The law says I can't question about those weapons, but the law does say you can't touch those weapons in my presence.
So what happened to the wingspan thing where you can only
that's because the vehicle was considered concealed. Anytime you had a weapon in that car, that's the vehicle, when you close your door, you got an open carry. Now what they did is they took away the vehicle. You know, you get into your car, once you close your door, that's
I know you were so against the law, and theoretically, I would. If all the government did was say you don't have to have a license for a concealed weapon, well, I mean, of course we're going to get a gun in.
The age went down to 21.
Oh, yeah. 18? No, that's too long. I mean, you go to war. Hey, make one more then. Yeah, well, yeah, it's all done. Okay. All right. So, if Jerry man had to answer, I would answer you.
If I had to answer, I would go back and maybe that age limit to 21. And I would also make sure that people that carry firearms, just like in age limits and all these others, have to go through some type of firearms. I mean, right now, anybody under age 21, you can't buy alcohol, cigarettes, but you can do it.
So I just want to make sure I get this right. So if you stop a car and they got the marijuana in it, you want to put them in jail. If you see a car with guns, you're gonna let them go.
Well, because that's what the law says.
Well, what about common sense? What about that? Why would you put the guy in marijuana and not other guns?
Because that's just guns now not against the law. We have these things in place.
Take one on there here. Go ahead, you know. Citizens arrest.
Yeah, but you just said doing something. That's not what Kevin was asking. You're talking about he's just supposed to doing something. Yeah, that's totally different. But you can't make a citizen's arrest. It's not against the law to have a weapon in your car. There's nothing that that person did.
Oh, see, now you're changing the story. If he points to it, that's something so different. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can make a citizen arrest, but for what reason? You said the car was stopped on the side of the road. You walked up there. Yeah. What probable cause has nothing to do with it. It's not against the law to carry a weapon. It doesn't matter. It's not against the law for that person to carry a weapon. So the standards of probable cause don't apply. And we got the same probable cause.
So where's the probable cause at?
Yeah.
Because he got a weapon in his car? So where's the probable cause?
Okay. Hey, let me get one more reference. We got to go. Do you want who's this? Sheriff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's marijuana. Yeah. That's something totally different, Nancy. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes. That, and that's correct. That's not what me and Kevin was talking about. What I no, what I said was Kevin said if you stop the car for speeding and he got guns in the car, you can take those guns or you can arrest him for those guns. Oh no, and I told him, oh yeah, but no, I was talking about yeah, but on the traffic, that's different. That's different. You're absolutely right. That's true. Okay. Hey, we gotta go. Sorry about that. We'll be back. I'm not going to put you through that anymore. I don't know why you keep going around there to the Evans. No,
You have one of the bench heroes and heard on 95. Which we feel that paper in New York at closing arguments for former President Donald Trump's criminal trial. The only people still out here outside the courthouse are members of the media, no protesters on either side, at least not yet. There have been some who have been kept out here since last week, though, hoping to get a seat inside the courtroom. Today is all about both sides in their case before it goes to the jury of 12 New Yorkers. Legal analyst Laurie Levin.
It's key for the prosecution in this closing argument is to corroborate Michael Cohen. Cohen is a very vulnerable witness. He has admitted to lie, cheated, stolen, and even gone to jail.
Court begins in 30 minutes. Trump is expected to speak beforehand, surrounded by his sons and daughter Tiffany. I'm Matt Piper in New York. Now with more CBS News, here's Kevin Rodriguez.
Possible tornado that damaged homes in a school northeast of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, is the latest in a series of powerful storms that first struck southern central states over the holiday weekend. Many Papa's house was devastated.
All of a sudden there was water coming under the door, and I saw water just pouring down in front of the house.
Severe weather sprang for at least 23 deaths. The Israeli military says it used small munitions in Sunday's airstrike on the southern Gaza city of Rafah, targeting 2 senior Hamas leaders. The IDF says the fire that killed at least 45 civilians was caused by a secondary explosion. Correspondent MTS Tayab from East Jerusalem.
Between international courts potentially issuing arrest warrants for Israeli leaders and allegations of committing a plausible genocide in Gaza, Israel finds itself increasingly under pressure and isolated as Spain, Norway, and Ireland will later this morning formally recognize the Palestinian state.
And works in the phone business, T-Mobile has agreed to buy most of U.S. Cellular's operations, deal valued at about $3.4 billion. It would consolidate the wireless industry further and extend T-Mobile's reach. The company say they expected to close the deal by mid-2025. Sharks are taking a bite out of the Sunshine State. The International Shark Attack trial is Florida as the state with the most unprovoked shark bites last year. There were 16 reported, 44% of the U.S. total. Kevin Miller heads the Florida program for shark research.
With regard to the attitude, occasional experience, and highly considers that looking to break for
Police with the highest incidents, followed by Brevard and Palm Beach. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with light electronic device in Kevin Elkins Grove.
When you're happy, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
As a roofer, spring is the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized. With help from Beacon, I can skip time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can win $1,000 and the chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my certain 2 shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now, that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit PECN.com for official rules to start earning entries.
A British music fan got a ride he'll never forget. Coldplay headlined the Music Festival north of London this past weekend. At 63-year-old Sandra Glenn was determined to go despite having osteoarthritis and, as she puts it, a dodgy right hip. As she made her slow way to the accessibility box office, a black Mercedes pulled up and someone inside offered her a ride. When she got in, she realized she was sitting next to Chris Martin himself to make sure someone would escort her to her seat. Glenn said he laughed when she joked that she'd only come to see him and that now that she had, she could just go home. Vicky Parker, CBS News, London. A two-time NBA fan died.
The NBA family mourns the passing of Hall of Famer Bill Walton.
Tribute to the Hoops legend on ESPN for last night's playoff game in Indiana. Walton, a passionate Grateful Dead fan, was 71. Died after a long battle with cancer. His Celtic won last night. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
This is the third time in the past 2 years I've done this. My computer career, I heard that you can for a year and a half, just a few months. Cybersecurity and defense training experience. Now that's a recession career. Thanks. Check them out.
Show them my computer career, EDU, and keeping computer evaluation. My computer career, latest available for all including it together.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S. Over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know their victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity theft you could miss even when you monitor your credit. Identity stolen. Dedicated restoration specialist. No one can prevent all theft, but their first play and
When someone drives into your house, generally the first thing they see is your driveway, your invitation. One day when you sell your home, your driveway will be the first to speak of how well you've maintained this investment. This is Tom Lathan with and Concrete Technology. Call us today for all of your concrete needs, your driveway and your swimming pool, as well as the outdoor areas, fire protection, pattern patios, retainer walls, and drainage systems to be put for living. Our team has been together for many years, and our goal is to be the best. We have ideas to share and hundreds of pictures on Facebook for your viewing. For years, you see the truth in your streets and our signs in your yards. Isn't it time you called 334-284-9292? Indeed, follow us on Facebook for hundreds of pictures of current and past projects. Call 334-9292.
Or push a button to listen to News Radio 1440. Just News Radio 1440.
Okay. Okay, I had to get my headphones together. Well, I learned a lot of things this morning. Actually, I didn't know, which is not hard for people to realize. A lot of things I don't know. I know a lot of things too, though. A lot of things I don't know. Like everybody else, I always know a lot of things. I don't know some. So I did learn something today. We actually took the age down on the gun. Woo! Okay then. We may need to repeal that. At least everybody from you got to be 21 and up to own a gun. I mean, unless you're in the military, if you really want to shoot, just join the army. They need some people anyway. Good morning. Who's this? Oh, did I lose my guy there? Yes, here. Good morning. Yes. Oh, well, I didn't do it. Okay. No, but that's what separates us from them. This is why we got them to help, get those right under control. Mm-hmm. No, we don't. Well, I do know one thing. 18. I think eight. Yeah, well, that's true. I just think 18 is too young. Unless you in the military, that's the only place you ought to be able to carry a gun at 18. Other than that, I don't see any reason to do it out here. So now we've exacerbated the problem even more now. I didn't know they took the age down. Hmm. You need to be in school someplace. Um, I just 18 is still kind of young. I just unless you're in the military being trained how to use that weapon. Yeah. But you didn't take it out on the streets of America shooting it, did you? I mean, yeah. I mean, if your dad was to buy you a gun at 9 years old, you're going out in the woods with him. Hey, I don't have no problem with that. You never know. There's nothing wrong with being familiarized with how to use it just in case there's an emergency. Mm, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right, and then good morning. Who's this? Good. And let me ask you, do you blame somebody wanting to take? I mean, listen. So why we bring that up? We down on the street, I be down there. Mhm. I know, but you act like that's something that's wrong. I don't have a problem with people. If we took the opportunity to be just as concerned in our communities, then they would be. know, every immigrant's a criminal. But come on, man. But you know, a lot of that stuff is coming from the Southern border. Well, somebody bringing it. Yeah. And again, I mean, who's to blame for that? Yeah. I don't know that yet. I would know. Yeah. 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 But listen. I hear what you're saying. But let's not get on people because they are concerned. Get on people who are not concerned enough to stand up for what they believe is wrong. Don't blame them people for saying, "Hey, no, whoa, enough of this." Right? She is. Yeah. Well, but we have a right to choose. But we have the right to choose the battles that we want to choose. That's true. See that. People have a right to pick their own battles. Good morning. Right ahead. And what did they tell me? Wait a minute. What did they tell me that? What? The only well, the gun law is no law. There is no law. Well, we are, and we do, and we have, and no. They took the age down. I didn't know they. Right, but I did not know. I did not know the age down to 18. Most of the time in America, they take the age up. You can. Right. Okay. Uh, who's the man? Who's the mentor? Who's the gun? Okay. Mhm. Did you blame him? Why? But it is happening. Right. But here's about the people that kill each other don't bother. It's the people who are unintended consequences who've been shot and killed. It could have been anybody. Okay. Yes. Yes. And the woman and the poor woman, Miss Cruz, who got wait a minute, Miss Cruz who got killed. Stop making this about color, man. Stop making it about y'all in this color thing to me. Black folks are the ones getting shot more than anybody. Stop making it about color. But it isn't. White people are not responsible. White folks are not responsible for black folks killing each other. Okay, you don't act like it. Okay, I have about enough of the color thing. Good morning on air. Morning. Oh, that's true. The only time BMI, whatever they call that place, Black Lives, BLM, I mean, they never came out and shooting here. But let a police officer get messed up with one of us. And my Lord, we are protesting all over America. Let us do it. I don't know. What you gonna call them? Hmm. What makes them think that black folks want to be in an environment where people shoot people? I you don't have to worry about it. Right. If you want to know the real reason, one of these, one in my opinion, one of these, they got to start making excuses for the behavior of some of our young males. I mean, okay, they poor, so am I. Daddy wasn't there, so my wasn't either. I mean, so what? As a matter of fact, he also said, if we don't, if, he said, we don't, okay, you may have a tough time at home, you may have this, you may have that, and we didn't give a crap. And listen, right now, I'm kind of along with it. Uh, we need to get them off the street, off the streets. I don't know. Yeah, somebody's done. All right, we'll figure that out as we go along. Let's take a break. We'll be back. We don't want music. It is coming. It is oozing out of every orifice in this city. If you ask, walk down the street, you ask people, the biggest problem in Montgomery, Alabama, right now, most of them will tell you that it is crime. It is crime. And the question is, though, is there anything we can actually do about it? Is there any? I mean, according to the sheriff, I mean, hey, listen, you can stop people and marijuana, whatever. Well, I guess you can say, and you can. I guess at that particular time, you can, I guess, check and see whether or not they're convicted felon. But if they're not a convicted felon of anything, or they're white kids with a gun in their car if they want to, uh, something about that. Maybe we just need. Now, somebody told me that it's 19 you can carry a weapon and not 18. Uh, okay, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. But even 19 is 19 is kind of young, but I think when you own it for your own rent, for your own paying your own life, unless you've been emancipated, yeah, that's a big deal. Anyway, we'll come back, but right now, on everybody, you know, one guy, we did take take it over to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Do we proclaim that people in this country after all that we've done are enemies of America? Hmm. No. All righty. There's a lot of, you know, actually, the sheriff in, was it Etobicoke County? Not Etobicoke County, Birmingham? Was it, whatever county that is up there? Has pretty much give us a synopsis of the law, which I'll tell you what that is in a minute here. Let's go back to the phone and see who is there. And good morning. Thanks for holding. You'll have to ask Marty. All righty then. Good morning. Yes. All righty then. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Mm-hmm. So are we saying? Oh, I just gotta make sure I get it understood. Are we saying that black folks are too ignorant to look out after their own affairs? Okay. Did we run any? I mean, did we run it? Did black folks run it? We have news media. Did black folks run any about what was going on to black folks? Yes. Maybe I know Ebony magazine was out a long time ago. I mean, we had in New York. We got some black papers. Not. Well, I'm not just saying, but why we can we continue to? But again, how can you put people down for looking out after their own folks? So, but yeah, okay. But again, can you blame people for looking out after their own self? Well, I mean, mm, right. I think we do. Well, all over America, we are talking about the shooting and the killings that are going on in our community, and it doesn't seem to stop it. I got kids, wait, and I hear what you're saying, but again, I know kids out here right now that know rap songs from the first verse to the last verse. People who they'll never meet, they'll never see, but they know the message that they're getting out. That's true. So it's not all right. So it's not somebody else's fault. It's our fault. But that's what your whole conversation about white folks get the message out and black folks not. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, we make up right, but now let's be honest. We make up 11% of the population of America. I mean, out of every 100 people, 11 of them are black. So I got to tell you, we. I mean, well, I mean, we're never gonna get that reach that whites get because whites are a hell of a lot more populous than we are, right? Now, and can you give me a name of somebody? I mean that's an overwhelming accusation. I know some rich people in this town right here. They talk to me. More elite than I am. Okay, and them folks don't care about anybody but other people with money. And I ain't mad at them. I don't have to be in that circle. Okay. but why do we blame? But why do we got okay? Black folks have been some of the smartest, some of the most resilient people, some of the greatest inventors of our time. But we can't seem to stop killing one another and taking drugs. Yeah, we're not right. But it will require us to do right. But the problem is it will require us to do some things that we're uncomfortable with. And I think the mayor of the city of Montgomery, I think Stephen is too caught up in the optics sometimes of what things look like as opposed to what they are. Sure, you're going to have more black folks in jail in Montgomery. It's a city that's predominantly populated by black people now. And I think Stephen doesn't want to see all them black folks going to jail. I'm sorry, they're the ones. That, I mean, yeah. Well, I well, I, well, I don't agree with that. I think he has his way of doing things. I don't agree with a lot of his ways, but you know what? I've never been a mayor, and one thing about it, whether you're the mayor or the school guy, somebody's going to talk about you no matter what decision that you make. And right. So I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think he cares, but I think he's often too concerned about the optics as opposed to the practical application of the law or some political principle. That's just what I think. Anyway, but we are responsible, right? But we are responsible for the representation that we get because we elect people. Intellectually, I think Stephen Weed is probably one of the first guys that have been in that office since I have been here. But again, I think his biggest critics, I got to tell you, his biggest critics, oh, okay, yeah, sometimes. Then I got to take a break. We'll be back 8:44 in the morning. We'll be right back. Woo!
News radio. The internet is exactly News. The price of the car you hurry. A dealer is going to shut down cars. I'm not. I'm your dealer for the people. All these great lines at BudgetSaysYes.com. BudgetSaysYes.com. Or call 332-244. To be able to make a living at what I love, making music for 25 years. But it didn't get here overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always come easy. And when you sweat for what you love, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard when the opportunities present themselves. You got to be ready to grab. This message is brought to you by the United States.
Then retire. Ace is 401 strategy empowers own your retirement. You own your home. Go to ACRetirement. Because when it comes to clean financial go to ACE. Brought to you by AR and the Ad Council. Today's tip is financials. It is decades of luckily carry these past take everything version because toothpaste with nutrition these are all one. I'm Dr. Shelley Place with News Supplements for the American Academy of Pediatrics. These additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To avoid the risk, brush with some vegetables when you're children and avoid processed foods. Don't put fast food in the plate. Keep themselves to the food. When cooking or serving foods, use glasses for sterile additions. For more on keeping your child healthy, look at pediatrician who visit Healthy Children.
Okay, 10 minutes to the hour of 9 o'clock. If you want to get started with my feel free. I had a lot of things on my list. I haven't got to them yet. Good morning. Yes. Yes. Republican. Initially, I think it's the U.S. I don't know if we ever converted. Well, somebody's going to make the money. I don't think we have a solution. I don't think we have a solution. Yeah. Oh, thank God for that. You know, right, well, let me ask you. One of the things that has always sort of fascinated me, we as black people sometimes complain about white. Wait, brother, that's what you're doing. I mean, listen, let me ask you. But it, brother, it is, it is sleeping. It is seeping through your conversation. And we can't act like it doesn't matter because down south, it's the only thing that seems to matter sometimes we have a conversation about issues. It just seems, no, it just seems to be, it's the culture here. But, but you are. I'm telling you what my ears hear. What my ears hear. Yeah. It's the philosophy that is embedded in our communities. Oh yeah, that's how we live. We all live by certain philosophy. And we all do. We all live by a certain philosophy. And what is philosophy? It is the things that you believe in your society that are good for you. We all live by a certain philosophy. We may not know what to call it, but we believe in it. So don't say it doesn't matter. It does matter what you believe. I believe in love. Define love. I think we all say we believe it. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Well, all I can tell you, you can't love others if you don't love yourself. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh. I asked you how to define it. I said, define what love is. Oh, okay. Well, listen, you're philosophical. Well, you are giving me a philosophical answer. You are giving me a philosophical answer. Yeah. It is a belief. It is a belief. Of course it does. Of course it does. And you have to believe that. And you have to believe that. Huh? Yes. Well, and again, it depends on how you define love. I know a lot of people don't believe in love. Well, I can't get their name on the air, but I know some who don't believe it. Well, I think there are probably more people who think they do believe in love. But again, how is it defined? Well, you have to. Okay, I got to take a break. My time is up. You've got to be able to define it in order to believe in it. You're back.
Radio 1440.
Time here, while at gunpoint, the criminals are targeting Hispanic. Driver. I'm Jasmine Williams, WSFA 12 News, enjoy.
Radio 1440 WLWI the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 FM, Peoria, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by the Auto Park.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Former President Donald Trump weighs in before entering a New York courthouse and had a closing argument in his criminal money trial. Each side is evidence from each witnesses. Bring along the evidence to case on the trial to jurors that will make it accurate in that jury deliberation. And they have everything they want to check the box. Arguments now underway and deliberations could begin as early as this afternoon. The Supreme Court has just declined a year bid by attorney Michael Avenatti to overturn his conviction for defrauding a client and extorting tens of millions of dollars from Nike. The ruling does not deal with his conviction for duping his former client Stormy Daniels, who's at the center of the Trump hush money trial. Avenatti was sentenced to a total of 14 years in prison. The Pope is apologizing for using a gay slur in a meeting behind closed doors. The Vatican has just released a statement saying that the Pope never intended to express himself in homophobic terms and that he apologizes to those who felt offended. When asked at the Italian Bishops' Conference recently if openly gay men should now be allowed to become priests, Pope Francis reportedly said no and added that the church already had too much of an air of, and he used an off-color Italian word used about gay men. Which is CBS News, London. There was a primary runoff in Texas today with 7 GOP congressional nominations up for grabs. From Austin.
Republican Congressman Tony Gonzalez of San Antonio is facing a fight for the nomination. There's several men that activists, YouTuber Brandon Valera, Roman Wall was the AK guy, with Gonzalez, and a staff of Republican who paid to be rivalries, was the condemned. Valley, Texas, decided to deadly a school shooting in state history.
Melinda French said she's setting her own agenda for giving, but I thought in the New York Times, and says she spent over $1 billion over the next 2 years on behalf of women and families around the world, including reproductive rights. One of the most disliked umpires in Major League Baseball is calling it a career. 62-year-old Hernandez has been blasted by players, coaches, and fans alike for controversial calls. He's retiring. Now down 150. This is CBS News.
Pick the O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different. You probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in a company is finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies people with the right skills, sends you great matches, and you can easily invite them to a plan. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first. Do it for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Boston's made it to the NBA Finals.
To the joy of their fans, the Celtics swept away the Indiana Pacers in 4 straight games to take the Eastern Conference title. Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla.
The guys did a great job having an understanding that the game is not supposed to be. You have 5 different ways to win. You have to learn to protect leads. You have to learn to come back from deficits. You have to learn to execute in close game situations.
Take on the winner of the Dallas Minnesota series. The Mavs are poised for a sweep if they win tonight. Hey, from CBS News.
The department wants to encourage small entrepreneurs and Cuba to open U.S. bank accounts. It announced a series of regulatory changes that will allow for more American financial support for small private businesses on the island, bolster internet-based services, and expand future transactions. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS
Ministry.
Yes. There's something to look into, and that is Metashare. Maybe you could switching to Metashare to pay for the kids so families to buy. And that is huge. People are way more satisfied. Member satisfaction is physical health insurance. Double. Metashare works. It's been for 30 years. More than $1 billion for those bills. People love telehealth. My PPO network. Give it time. Happy with it. So if you're all right, music 2 minutes. Here's the number 51 Bible. 51 Bible. 855 Bible. You can reduce your life somewhere in Platteville. And let's have some this month to help you read. Don't let it leave you in a funk. Bring it to me, and I'll help you share it. There's never been a better time to reboot that old road. Worried about your credit, budget with the banks, and credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. Don't get your wires crossed. My For the People credit approval process is like a reset button. So this thing, reboot that old ride. We work with the banks and lenders that want to say yes. You can save up to $1,000 on a nice newer car. It's on the price of the car you pick. But hurry. A deal this good is going to shut down fast. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm the dealer for the people. See all these great rides. Yes.com. That's MuggetsSaysYes.com. Or call 334-244-9777.
Reminders, a grocery list, random facts and info, and your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
We're live and we are in person. I get some of the most interesting questions. All the time. I'm crazy questions. Now, I know when you're the smartest now on the radio, it's kind of difficult to ignore some of those questions. But I try to answer them as I can. the same. Okay then. Good morning. It's 9:08 in the morning. It is a Tuesday morning, one day after Labor Day, and not Labor Day, Memorial Day commemoration. Hmm. Anyway, good morning. 860-1440 is not evident. Our phones are working again, so 860-1440 is the number. We're going to talk to you. Good morning. Yeah. Brother, I gave you 8 minutes. Yeah. I gave you plenty of time. Good morning. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And we do know that. Appreciate we do know that. We do understand all your girls and the boys and all your boys and girls. And really do. That's true. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Right. All right. I appreciate it. Yeah, let me, I think you're jealous of me. Good morning. Good morning, Neil. Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Ed, thank you. Our number 360-424 is 913 in the end here in the great city, the great capital city of, I'm trying to figure out how Montgomery became the capital. Good morning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't, yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, I don't. I think policing is policing, regardless of who. I mean, right now, the police don't need to do that until we do it to ourselves. I don't. We need somebody with a strong hand. That's what we need. Mm. Well, you know, well, we got some white thugs too. Right. Yeah, but let me express it. If you send that ATM, somebody robs it, doesn't make any difference what color they are, what you call them. They doing criminal activity. They're doing killing them. What did they call them name? You call them the N-word. Who cares? And getting robbed and shot in N-word. They don't, my mama said it ain't what they call you, it's what you answer to. I don't answer to words that don't apply to me. Okay, now I've been blacker longer than you, so I know. All right, well, whatever. Well, listen, yeah, I looked at the law. You're right. If you've been honorably discharged from the military, you can do 18. Other than that, although if you're honorably discharged from the military at 18, you didn't stay very long. All right, appreciate it. 827-1440 is the number. It is 917. Good morning. Yes, yes, it is. And if you believe in if you belong, sure. But if you belong to an organization, right? Mhm. Well, they redeemed themselves. Yeah. I was listening to Gino, what's his name? I like this week. Gino, whatever. Yeah, yeah, I like Gino. And Gino was saying, wait a minute, he said when the woman went up for the Supreme Court and as a Democrat, she went to the Supreme Court, and the man asked her, "Can you define a woman?" And she said, "I'm not a biologist." Okay, that's yeah. What part did I leave out? If she has no common sense, hmm, if I'm a woman and I can't say that I'm a woman, come on, man. Yes, it was common sense. Common sense. Okay. So if you are a woman, you can't tell me what a woman is. Opinion. It's a scientific and biological fact. Okay. Listen, you're good Democrats. I admit it. You're good. Wait a minute. Only a Democrat would make an excuse up for that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, but they knew. I, I, okay, but they ain't bragging about it. I don't know. Anyway, so I just got to keep up with this debate. $700 gone. What kind of stuff is this? They said PayPal was the one. I mean, what? Anyway, oh, I've been waiting for this $700 for 2 weeks. And now they told me I don't get it. Wow. I'm leaving. I am leaving. Okay. Already in vain. I'm going somewhere. 860 I'm here. Get money on there. No, I don't know who they are. I mean, how am I supposed to? Really? How am I supposed to know who they are? Who's the dark man? He's a Marine. You know, I don't ever remember saying this. No, not that he can do that. Okay, well, everybody makes, I appreciate you. Everybody has a past, but I don't really understand nothing about these. Okay, let me take a break and no, yeah, wait a minute. I'm going over there. I'm done. Oh, done. Time for a while. Yes. Oh, and these are ones that have. for that money. Just threw it out the window. I feel bad now. All I can tell you, do not, do not answer, don't answer any questions on the phone about your account. I don't care if them folks tell you that they are from your bank. You go down to the bank. You go down to the bank. You do nothing on the telephone when it comes to your checking account. Nothing. I paid for it. It cost me $700 to tell you that. Good morning. Hey, the guy called me by my name, told me where I live, told me what my phone number was. I said, okay, that's me. That ain't the point. He caught me at a vulnerable moment. Sure, but I ain't perfect. I can't believe it. If I see that right now, I will be hurt. I will be perfect. If I found out who that was, he's the one dead son of a gun. Yeah, yeah. If I find out who it was, I'll be in jail. Yeah, after I get done hurting him, yeah, probably so. I'm laughing right now, boy. If I saw that son of a gun right now, well, here's what got me, though. Because you can't call an American and get an American on the phone. It's always somebody else from one of the other foreign countries. So this is one of them guys from one of them foreign countries. I figured out, where you located at? He said, in my country. I said, really? So, anyway, I just, well, that hurt me on that. Oh, well. Good morning. I know who it was. I hear you. I didn't get that. Good morning on there. I know you will. Let me take a break. They done broke my feeling today. No, no. 860-1440. I'm gonna go. Somebody give me another pen. I'm going someplace. This is let anybody get my car. We'll be back.
Radio 1440 from the comfort of your car, the comfort of your desk, or the comfort of your recliner at home. We are everywhere on the radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
Hey girl, hey. Well, for you. Yeah? I heard about this happening downtown and we need to go check it out. Not only that, because we have plans on June 28th. It's one of the best restaurants in the river. There's the food. It's great. These cocktails. You would invite you otherwise. She was really putting it on. And girl, I then that you have some stuff. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. And the best part, you can and the whole table together. Say less. What is it again? It's June 28th downtown activities. Great.
Tickets for spoons, jazz, and VIP are on sale now. You don't want to miss this culinary event. Purchase your tickets today by going to this station's website and clicking on the Spoons tab. Spoons, where the flavors of the Red region come alive. See you there.
I'm Aaron Tippett. I've been blessed to be able to make a living at what I love, making music for more than 25 years. But it didn't get there overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always get amazing, but when you sweat for what you want, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunities present themselves, you got to be ready to go. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
I love being a part of Action Team. It helps me help other people. It helps me feel good.
Being a part of the team always feels good. Go for it. Don't even hesitate.
For more than a decade, Major League Baseball players and active high school students have been working together to train and inspire the next generation of volunteers.
You can get to realize how much you can change someone's life if
for just that simple act that takes 30 minutes of your time is making a difference, transforming someone else's life.
All-star Giancarlo Stanton was happy with the throwing accent to captains to make a difference in their communities. And you can too.
Just try it. Just go to one event, one activity.
Also, that's what it's all about. It's not just one person. It's a group of people.
Very publicly related. Just
For more information, go to activity.org.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and watches.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I got up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't get into temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
We went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
That's a dead shot. No matter how many times it takes.
Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
And we are back, 9:30 in the morning. Good morning, who's this? Yes. You got to turn that down, whatever that is in the background. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Yeah. Mm. That's right. Well, that's true. And those people who say that leaders are born, that's not true. You have to know how to become a leader. You may have some attributes, but you still need to know how to lead. Yeah, it seems. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, appreciate it. I appreciate your call. 14 is the number here. I'm sitting depressed right now. I lost my $700. I'm kind of, if I watch the news tonight, I may be on it. Who's this? Yes. Well, hey Frank, how you doing? Oh, pretty good. Right, right. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Well, I'll get him on. I got his number. I'm probably and we always talk about crime and victims and all that stuff. We just kind of have him. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. Thanks a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay. I got you. Okay. I got you. 860 for the next, the one who's this. Okay. Hmm.
And my way of things is still not that. And things that I used to get more community things, more community, I would suggest, and I tell
Well, the mayor, we certainly did not have the time that we have now. Mhm. Mhm. Right? Mm. 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 Well, I really, let's be intellectually honest. I rarely ever use the word thug. Well, if you act like, look at, if you act like one, you sound like one, you do things like one, that's what you are. Well, I certainly don't do it by race. I do it by action. In this city, it's mostly black young men. Let's be honest. In this city, mostly black young men that are robbing, stealing, killing. I mean, that's who's doing it. Right. You know, I ain't talking about the nation right now. I'm talking about Montgomery, Alabama. That's where I live. Yeah, we got a hell of a problem here. You know what? If every man take care of his own kids, no, no, no. If every man raises his own boys, he is pulling maintenance. It's the men out here who don't do anything to make sure their boys grow up to be young men, except thugs. So I've done my part. I got two boys here. They don't rob, they don't shoot, they don't kill, they don't do nothing. I did my part. Like you did. Yeah, right. They don't do that. Well, I think everybody knows we got some great kids here. Matter of fact, we got some great kids. Obviously, we do, but unfortunately, those kids ain't coming in your house at night trying to rob you. Shooting people going down Atlanta Highway. We ain't talking about them. They don't make the news. That's why this year, when Montgomery Advertiser came out with the Student of the Week thing, I was so glad to have something great to say about some of our kids. I probably can, but I don't know everybody. You know. Yeah. Well, of course I know that. Well, okay. I don't think that people you're hypersensitive to it. I'm not that hypersensitive. Everybody knows that there are more black folks in this city that are absolutely great people than bad. Unfortunately, one bad guy can hurt a whole lot of good people. So I do, but it falls upon us. We are, and I appreciate the jealousy. We are part of the whole. When any part of the whole gets associated with, it hurts us all. So don't act, it doesn't affect all of us. A few people can affect hundreds. We see it every day. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, right. That reminds me of a kumbaya moment. What the hell is believe? To me, to me, that means that know the people in your community. If you're a policeman, you should know the people on your beat, like you said, whatever. But that doesn't mean that everything that comes out of the community is good. And he does, I think he does have a problem with being tough. And that's one of my only complaints with the mayor. Call it what it is. People will respect you more. We feel that you have our concern for you. Always trying to make excuses for the community to break the law around here. I don't care if they poor. I don't care if if they have no daddy one way. I don't care. As a matter of fact, if we spend more time treating these people harshly, I mean, beating on the streets like cops, but then we would have more time to teach them to believe. So I just that thing kind of soft. I don't know why. Yeah, where in Let him do it. Yeah, let him do it. Yeah, it's a fight. It's a fight. Yeah. No, no, there ain't. Those ants get what ain't mine. We, yeah, you do. I appreciate it. No nice way to whoop somebody's butt. I think we just get the conclusion there. We'll be back.
See, it's something that people are really, really attention to the thinking. You can keep switching, you can show the people that you might have to work for you. It's huge. It's not because people are way more than they can switch to. The memory actually is incredible. Love it. It's really is. It's 3 years, it's really happy that I was able to just within 2 minutes. So see what you can say. It's very, very smooth. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 8.5. 51. 8.5. 51. 8.5. 51.
Hey, oh, you want to go? You want to go for a ride? Since I'm in a good mood this morning, you want to go see the recruiting?
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to
We
your
don't have
money,
to, but
whatever
I
you
do
want to
we
get
do
smart
this
about,
something.
you can find it. Smart
I
about
went
money.
on.
Naturally,
I'm good tomorrow.
And like, stay when I was fine. Whatever it takes, doing how many times it takes. We did it. Free help. Services and CDC. Okay. Before it will figure it. That's who we give to you the best money. Because I just having to protect you from diseases and infections, physical contact, depression, and mental health insurance model. Growing
tiny ticks, nothing smaller than a hair. This dangerous disease is now worldwide. Even counting concentration. The threat lines grows more than 50,000 cases each year. Some grows that fix and keep even that way. It means schools experience the symptoms of disease, which can include joint pain, fatigue, some shape. Set your second step. Even you can find these target line. Even going.
Take News Radio 1440 with you everywhere on your on HD3 or Google Smart Home device.
Okay, well, I did look up the law on the other thing. So on January the 1st, 2023, Alabama new limitless carry law went into effect. The law states that anyone 19 years of age or older, 18 years old, for active, retired, or honorably discharged veterans or law enforcement officers, degree 18, who is not who is not prohibited by state or federal law may carry a handgun in the state of Alabama without a permit, background check, or safety training. So which I don't know why they don't have to safety training, but that's part of the law. Some of the changes that will go into effect January 1st, 2023 are as follows. It is no longer a requirement to have a valid pistol permit to carry a concealed handgun in the state of Alabama. There are several stipulations to the law, and some are these. One cannot carry a concealed weapon on private property without the consent of the property owner or the legal possessor of that property. Number two, an employer may not restrict an employee concealing a legally possessed firearm in the employee's privately owned vehicle, provided stored in compliance with Alabama state law. If an employee believes that an employee is a danger to himself or others, the employer may inquire as to whether the employee has a firearm in their vehicle. If the employee is not in compliance with the Alabama state law regarding the storage of firearms, the employer may take adverse action against the employee in regards to employment. In other words, you get fired. It is no longer prohibited to possess a firearm on the campus of 2 or 4-year institutions of higher education. Wow. Let's say that one more time. It is no longer prohibited to possess a firearm on a campus of a 2-year or 4-year institution of higher education, provided that the firearm is stored inside the possessor's privately owned vehicle. Whatever that, okay, privately owned vehicle. And the firearm is stored in compliance with Alabama law. A person may not carry a firearm without the express consent of the personal entity with the authority on the premises of the following property: inside a police or sheriff or highway patrol station, inside the premises of a prison, jail, halfway house, community correctional facility, or other detention facility, inside any facility that provides inpatient or custodial care for those with psychiatric, mental, or emotional disorders. In a courthouse annex, a building in which the district attorney's office is located, or a building in which a county commission or city council is currently having regularly scheduled or specifically called meeting. Inside any facility hosting an athletic event not related to or involving firearms. Inside any facility hosting a professional athletic event not related or involving firearms, unless the person has a valid permit. Last but not least, inside any building or facility where access of unauthorized persons and prohibited articles and limited during normal hours of operation by continuous guards and the use of other security features that prevent all persons entering the facility from bringing prohibited items into the facility. Okay. I think I understand that. I think it's a lot of things that I gotta process in my mind. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Good Lord said the same. All right.
Police are